Alright, this is part 2 of the W9PDS double sideband transceiver. This is the receiver section, which is complete at this point. We'll walk through the circuit real quick. There's the oscillator stage with the brand new ceramic resonator, which gives me about 7.15 through 7.4 megahertz, which is really great. Buffer amplifier transistor, which feeds into the diode ring mixer right here. We have a electret microphone into a one transistor microphone amp that further feeds into the mixer, and output of the mixer goes into the audio section, which is the enhanced LM386. Exactly like the Spratt article that Peter references in his video. That LM386 is enough to drive a small speaker, which I have wired up, or a set of headphones or an external speaker jack. Bypassing, since I don't have my relays in yet, bypassing the mixer, we feed into the output transformer, and we have a low-pass filter for 40 meters set up, ready to go. This will be the transmit stage, the power amplifier. This is the first stage of the power amp, and the finals will be installed here. And I have to figure out where to put the relays after that. I'm running out of space on this board. Not as pretty as other builds out there, but for my first copper-clad build, I'm not too upset about it. Let's take a listen and see. One enhancement I did put on was a fine-tuning control. So the variable capacitor here only turns 180 degrees, and that is 200 kilohertz in 180 degree turn. So it's really tough to zero in on a particular signal. So I installed a fine-tuning control, which is exactly like Peter's video. It is a reversed bias diode right there, and you vary the voltage on the potentiometer across that diode, and that changes the capacitance inside the diode ever slightly. That diode is in parallel with the main tuning cap, and that adjusts just a couple of picofarads of capacitance to the main tuning cap, and gives you a nice fine-grained tune. So let's turn it on and take a listen. And here's the fine-tuning control. And the macro tuning control, which is really tough to zero in. This receiver is wide open, at least 6 kilohertz wide. It's a direct conversion receiver with no filtering. Sounds great, but you can hear everything going on the band. But with an unfiltered, wide open receiver, though, the audio quality is pretty good.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, you're still in here pretty good. Starting to fade a little bit, but still pretty good. Charlie, did you copy him halfway decent on that one there, over?
Another addition I put on was a RF gain control, which is right here, and that adjusts the voltage into the RF amplifier transistor, which is that little guy. That allows me to cut down the audio when a really strong signal comes in, which is needed frequently because there's no AGC on here. Opening that up, giving that transistor more voltage, increases the RF gain, which increases the AF output, as such. Let's go ahead and hook up the scope and take a look at the tuning range on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the older equipment, but like I say, I'm not too good at maintaining them, so I have to watch just how much stuff I pick up and work with here. But hey, gentlemen, you know, I've been trying to get out of here for a while. I gotta go down and I was telling someone about maybe 4 or 5 QSOs ago that my dogs have been wanting out. And they're starting
So
to get
on the low end of this, we can get down to about 7.18 or so. This scope flips around a little bit. On the high end, as you'll notice, we get all the way to about 7.4. But the output of the oscillator does drop a bit as we get higher. And then back down to about 7.17, 7.18. The counter on the scope isn't all that great, but I've measured it on the K3 as about 7.175. And that's it for now. Let's please join in the next video. Hopefully we'll have a transmitter done and we'll make a couple contacts and eventually build a case for it, because as you can tell, it really needs one. 73s.